I took the role of manager and bass player in System of a Down, right, as it started. So right away, I was working at the bank. I was doing wire transfers at First Interstate. And
What year are we?
95. And I'm doing wire transfers, and after every call, we already had about 8 songs. So after every call, I would hang up and try the Roxy or the Whiskey or the Troubadour or the Viper Room, and I would be like,
Call them up.
Call them up. Just call the office and be like, this is Shavo. I play for a band called System of a Down. We need a show. We want to do a show. They're like, do you have a demo tape? And I would say no, because we couldn't afford it at the time. It wasn't like today when everybody has a demo tape because you have a computer or a phone even.
Yeah.
So you have to get an engineer, you have to get a studio, reel to reel, all that shit. Oops, can I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, anything, okay. So I would just hound them daily. I would call the same people every day. And because it was a catch-22. We didn't have a demo, so you can't get a show. You can't get a show, you can't get a demo because there's no money, right?
Right.
So one day, one of the guys at the Roxy was like sick of me and said, here's a guy's number. His name is Brian Markovich. He'll give you a show. Just sell some tickets. But we had already built up this thing within our friends and family where since we couldn't play shows at a club, we had this big studio in North Hollywood on Lancashire. So we'd invite them over, the Armenians and the friends, and they would watch us play on Fridays. So it was kind of, we were getting ready to play a show. So once we had the show, I called Brian, and he was, I'll put you, I don't even know what you sound like. So he put us on this show. It was May 28th, 1995. And he said it was 7 bands, 6 ska bands, and us. And he put us in the middle. So it was like 3 us and then 3 more. And we sold like 150 tickets. And we were supposed to sell like 70.
Right.
But I asked for more because we had so many people wanting to see us. Anyway, so there was like 20, 30 people for each of those other bands. And then we went up 20-minute set. And the place exploded with crazy Armenians and friends and like the flag and all this chaos. And then the pit started, we had a pit.
Mosh pit.
Mosh pit. And then we got off and everybody left. And there was a writer at the time there from this paper called Rock City News. And he went, something crazy went down yesterday at the Roxy. They're called System of a Down. I don't know where they came from, but they destroyed this place and left. So after that, it was easy. We got shows. Didn't have to sell any more tickets. And what we did is once we had a demo, I would pass that demo around in places. It got into the hands of, I think it was Jed the Fish.
Jed the Fish.
Yeah, and he had this like catch of the day.
Famous K-Rock DJ.
And so he played that one afternoon. I was actually driving to Darren's house to go to rehearsal, and I hear Sugar on the air, and I'm freaking out. And it was like the version with the cussing at the end, and they didn't bleep it.
Really?
Yeah, so it was hilarious. With the FU, it all goes away. And that just blew me up. I picked up Darren, I was celebrating crazy. We went to the studio, had a great, and after that, it became this, like, people started calling in and saying, we want to hear that song again. And that's how it happened. And then we were on that Furious 5 at 9 for like 5 months straight, #1. That helped a lot,
Jesus.
So yeah, man, it's a history, but I remember every bit of it because I was right in the middle of it doing all that work before we hired a manager,